Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, from the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Common Sense and Random Shit Show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. TGIW. Yes, it is, because I don't work tomorrow. Despite why I'm doing this today instead of tomorrow, because I can only come on here when I work, because I'm using one of my jobs and shit, and I get out of work to come here and talk to you guys and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Fernando Rivera Jr. here, your friendly neighborhood conservative ex-con, like it says at the bottom over there. The Common Sense and Random Shit Show. Happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Forehand saying it today, because I won't be able to say it tomorrow. I might post a short. I don't know yet. We'll see. And we're just gonna have fun today. Streaming on Tress, YouTube, ScrewTube, X. Yes, I'm on X. And Rumble. If you don't have Rumble, download it. Great app to have. Owned and run by conservatives. No bullshit. No censorship. Last week, YouTube, ScrewTube, I had a video dedicated to ICE, and it was blocked. I got a strike. It was actually the video where ICE was arresting Dora in South Park. Oh, short that I downloaded because I was making fun. It was fun. That's what it is. And I appealed it, and believe it or not, I did the appeal that if you lose, you get suspended if you lose. Well, I beat it, and the video was put back on. Thank you, YouTube, ScrewTube. Still, just saying. Anyway, breaking news. This is not the place. I am not a news channel, just in case you're on here for the first time. But I do talk current events. Sometimes I'll news, whatever. So if you haven't heard it, I guess it's breaking to you. But don't look for that. I'm here to entertain you. I look for stuff. I scour the internet, YouTube mostly, for videos to share, talk about, laugh at, have fun. This is what I want to do. I want to entertain you, because life is funny, and so are politics, especially if you're on the wrong. Because if you're right, you're wrong. You're not left. You're wrong. I'm just saying. So anyway, Trump pardoning turkeys. Let's take a look. Just saying.
This was a big day. It's a pardon day for a very important beast. On behalf of the First Lady and the entire Trump family, I want to wish all Americans a very, very happy Thanksgiving. It's a great time of the year, and our country is doing really well, economically, like we've never done before. Today, we continue a time-honored American tradition. Well, that's a well-trained turkey. See how happy he is? In a few moments, I will grant a full, absolute, and unconditional presidential pardon to two handsome Thanksgiving turkeys, and this is their lucky day. This is a lucky day for them. But before going any further, I want to make an important announcement, because you remember last year, after a thorough and very rigorous investigation by Pam Bondi and all of the people at Department of Justice, the FBI, the CIA, the White House Counsel's Office, and the Department of Everything. We have a Department of Everything. You know what that is? I think that's called the White House. Into a terrible situation caused by a man named Sleepy Joe Biden. He used an auto pen last year for the turkey's pardon. So I have the official duty to determine, and I have determined that last year's turkey pardons are totally invalid, as are the pardons of about every other person that was pardoned other than Where's Hunter? No, Hunter's was good. That was the one pardon, Pam, that was good, right? The rest of them are all invalid. I don't know what the hell you're going to do about that, but that's, now we're going to take a little of the joking. That is a mess. But they're hereby null and void. The turkeys known as Peach and Blossom last year have been located, and they were on their way to be processed. In other words, to be killed. But I have stopped that journey, and I am officially pardoning them. And they will not be served for Thanksgiving dinner. We saved them in the nick of time. This one has plenty of time, but they were saved in the nick of time.
Yo, and I gotta say, never in the history of America, ever, have we had a president so just, it's, fuck it. That's not it. There's some stuff that he said yesterday that was just hilarious. Funny as shit. Everyone's talking about it. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? This guy's just hilarious. So, Savati, as always, got a perfect cut to this. I like the cut of his jib. That is probably the corniest thing I've ever said. But anyway, yeah, enjoy this. This is hilarious.
Hush up, boy.
This was a big day. It's a pardon day for a very important beast. On behalf of the First Lady and the entire Trump family, I want to wish all Americans a very, very happy Thanksgiving. It's a great time of the year, and our country is doing really well, economically, like we've never done before. Today, we continue a time-honored American tradition. Well, that's a well-trained turkey. See how happy he is? A man named Sleepy Joe Biden, he used an auto pen last year for the turkey's pardon. So I have the official duty to determine, and I have determined that last year's turkey pardons are totally invalid, as are the pardons of about every other person that was pardoned other than, where's Hunter?
Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite.
No, Hunter's was good. That was the one pardon, Pam, that was good, right? The rest of them are all invalid. I don't know what the hell you're going to do about that, but that's, now we're going to take a little of the joking. That is a mess. But they're hereby null and void. The turkeys known as Peach and Blossom last year have been located, and they were on their way to be processed. In other words, to be killed. But I have stopped that journey, and I am officially pardoning them, and they will not be served for Thanksgiving dinner. We saved them in the nick of time. This one has plenty of time, but they were saved in the nick of time.
Who in the hell does he think he is? No, I'm serious. I'm not kidding about this.
And this is like a record-setting turkey that's going to be saved. The turkeys being pardoned today go by the names of Gobble and Waddle. When I first saw their pictures, I thought we should send them, I shouldn't say this. I was going to call them Chuck and Nancy. But then I realized I wouldn't be pardoning them. I would never pardon those two people. I wouldn't pardon them. I wouldn't care what Melania told me. Darling, I think it would be a nice thing to do. I won't do it, darling. It looks like a rather violent bird. It's hard to play. Anyway, are you ready? Gobble.
Oh, there you go.
I just want to tell you this, very important. You are hereby unconditionally pardoned.
He said, praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. There you go. You're right.
I'm going to punch him out and I'm going to go to jail and I'm going to be happy.
Looks like a rather violent bird.
Oh God! Hold on a second. I lost. I lost my place. What I was doing. Honestly, it was good. That was good. I didn't watch the whole thing. That's actually the first time I watched the whole thing. It was good though. It was good though. You gotta admit that she was funny as hell. Now, my next video. Freedom Tunes. Man, they're funny. Check this out, JD fans. Thanksgiving, you already know.
USA! USA! USA!
I'm not thankful for anything.
You have everything to be thankful for! Thank God with Hollow! Hollow offers 10,000 guided prayers and meditations that help you grow closer to God and find peace! Start with the world-famous Bible in a Year podcast with Father Mike Schmitz, which makes the depths of the Bible accessible every single day! Whether you're new to praying or have been doing it your whole life, Hollow's a great way to keep close to God! Hollow, say your prayers!
Okay. I didn't watch that either. I thought it was going to be a little funnier. Still, if you didn't notice, that was Kamala, the little person that looked like Kamala. That was her. It was kind of funny. Anyway, just having fun. That's what I'm doing today. Just having fun. What are you doing on Thanksgiving? Who are you spending it with? It's just going to be my wife and I and our little dog, Roxy. We have a little Jack Russell Terrier, and I'll share her with you. See if I can find it here. Oh, no, not that. I think I actually downloaded. Oh, no, not that. Stop it. Hold on. This is kind of funny. Here it is. This is the first time I actually share a picture. But I wanted to share. It's my wife and I, and boom, that's Roxy. That's our little doggy, little angel. She just turned 7, and we don't have kids, so obviously we went all out. Got her a big banner saying happy birthday. Actually, it was kind of too big. I mean, the shit took the whole freaking living room, and I was like, yeah, that's a kind of mistake. I had to walk under it. But that's the little baby at the house. The baby of the house. You gotta admit, she's cute as hell. There she is, chilling with daddy. He's so cute. Replace. No, that's not what it is. But anyway, like I was saying, who do you spend it with? What are you eating? See, unlike what people may think. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of this. Remove. That's not supposed to be that way. Why is that? Center. Okay, there we go. All right. growing up in Hartford, Connecticut, when we were young, Thanksgiving was a big thing. We all got together, the whole family, aunts, cousins, uncles, neighbors, friends. It was a big thing. Christmas, same thing. But I'm sure, being my age, 54, there are a lot of others that are around my age that probably are thinking the same thing. What happened over the years? I can say it's politics. I can say it's separation. But that doesn't erase the memories. I have a lot of memories, good, bad, whatever. And if you guys know, I'm an ex-convict. So I spent close to 9-10 years of my life in prison, celebrating Thanksgiving and whatever other holidays of the year in there. And most of the time that I was in there, I was actually a chef in the kitchen cooking for other inmates. And, Thanksgiving, we actually had turkey and the fixings, wasn't a lot, but, still. And being a kitchen worker, yeah, we ate a lot. We actually ate. That's one of the best jobs in there, my opinion. And there were other jobs depending on what prison you were in, that paid more. And when I say more, I'm talking about $200-300 a month. That's actually a lot if you're in there, especially if you don't have anyone sending you money. But I had family, even though I tried to not have them come visit me because I was far and I didn't like them to go through the process of visiting me. So, plus I was in there almost 8-9 years. So I was the mind, what I mean? But, yeah, they were hard. It was hard times being in there through the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's, whatever. I didn't give a shit about that. New Year's, especially growing up as together as we were. And I'll be honest, before I went to prison, we kind of still had that thing. Where are you going? Where are you coming over? Well, now it's like Thanksgiving Day. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, with little memes and emojis, whatever. And that's it. I guess some of us still kind of see each other here and there, but not as much as we used to. What happened? As I said, politics, maybe. Separation, living far away. Like my father lives in New Britain, Connecticut. My mother lives about over an hour away. I don't have my own car. My car broke down. It's just, work. But, Thursday I don't work, and nobody works actually. But it's just crazy though. But that's, my wife and I and our little baby, Roxy, tomorrow. I got the turkey ready. Kind of too big. I had a big 16-pound turkey, big as hell. I think it's a little too big. But, we're thinking about seeing if we can find a little one for the doggy. Because she's spoiled. Don't you spoil our baby? I'm just saying. It is what it is. Yeah. Anyway. Babylon Bee. I got to share this because it is hilarious as hell. Babylon Bee is real fake. The real fake news, as they call themselves. But check this video out. I think this is hilarious. And as I said, I'm here to entertain you. I'm not here to give you news, but I will talk about certain things. And I will get to something before I go. But today is Happy Thanksgiving Day celebration, whatever. Just talking. Say what's up if you want. Like, share, subscribe, whatever, do whatever. But check this video out from Babylon Bee. I think it's hilarious. Wow, what do you have here? Gotta get rid of that. See ya!
Hunger, starvation, not having food. These are just a few of the many problems that real people face every single day, which is why I'm so encouraged to share with you the story of these poor African children who, without a penny to their names, banded together to raise enough money to feed one of those people in need of nourishment. Ariana Grande.
Tumekuwa na njaa kwa muda, lakini sidhani kama kuna mtu yeyote katika kijiji changu amewahi kwenda mbali kama Ariana Grande.
Sikuweza kumudu dola ya Galinda, hivyo nikatengeneza moja kwa kutumia vijiti, lakini bado inaonekana yenye afya kuliko ile halisi.
Labda misaada ya kigeni ipelekwe kwa Miss Grande badala yetu, kwani misaada yetu mingi inamezwa na serikali yetu fisadi.
Ndugu wangu amenipa nusu ya chakula chake kwa miaka 5 iliyopita ili nisinyauke kabisa. Na bado nikimlinganisha na Ariana, ndugu wangu ni bonge nono.
Now that you've heard from these children, take some time to reflect on the blessings you've been given in your life. Reach deep within yourself and then do the same thing you always do. Absolutely nothing. Trusting that the compassion you feel for others will be met by the actions of others, such as these children or the U.S. government. This message is brought to you by the Feed Ariana Fund.
I'm going to be real. I didn't watch that whole video. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of this. Oh, that's not supposed to be that way. Hold on. There it is. I fixed that. All right. So what are you guys doing tomorrow? Share with a perfect stranger, me. Anyway, I'm just having fun. As I said, if this is your first time here, this is what I do. I try to entertain you every day at 6:30. Well, not every day, Monday through Saturday. Streaming on Tress, as I said earlier. Facebook, YouTube. No, not Facebook. YouTube, ScrewTube, X, and Rumble. I do not make money out of this. I am not monetized. And yes, sometimes I am lucky to start talking about something that all of a sudden blows up all over the news. Not because I am a newsbreaker, but I'm passionate about my conservatism. I mean, I mentioned before, I had TDS like ridiculous, not because of any policy reasons or whatever. I just believe the liberal media. And as I was saying, and I say it all the time, growing up, people hated the media for different reasons. We hated them for telling the truth, no matter who they hurt. Now they just lie. And a lot of people like me believe the shit. And I am no sheep, and I've never been a Democrat. But it's comical. It's comical with everything that's going on in the world and all these people with TDS, because it's all TDS. It really is. TDS infected people, and it's just crazy. But still, as I said, we're having fun. But this thing that happened that everyone's talking about. Let me go here real quick. First off, this is funny.
I realized I wouldn't be pardoning them. I would never pardon those two people.
Now, second, the seditious six. Let me go back down here. These people, traitors. I had to share this today. Morning, Michelle. Great day. I had to share this because I had to. Before, I wasn't going to do it today. But this has to go everywhere. Now, listen to this guy. Let me pause this because, I have to. As a career Air Force veteran, combat pilot, and former Air Force military aide to President Bill Clinton, my personal statement about Democrats and the seditious six.
Hey, everybody, this is Buzz Patterson. I'm a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel, retired Air Force pilot, combat veteran, and at one time I was the military aide to President Bill Clinton and carried the nuclear football and actually lived in the White House. So I've been around. I was actually, during my military service, deployed to 70 countries and fought in 3 wars. So I feel like I've got a dog in this hunt. I am very appalled at what the Sedition Six has done with their video. I think it's a violation of their oaths of office, and especially in the case of Senator Mark Kelly, I believe it's a violation of the UCMJ, and I hope that President Trump and Secretary of War Pete Hegseth hold them accountable. They are violating, and they are politically using their positions to undercut the command of President Donald J. Trump, and they're circumventing the chain of command. Congress and members of Senate are not in the chain of command. President Trump is, however, as our commander-in-chief. So I fully support going forward with whatever prosecutions are warranted and legitimate, and I think they are. On these individuals, they use their positions, military and in the intelligence community, to expose, I think, and put at risk those of us who serve in uniform. I think that what's going to happen is because they violated the military chain of command, people are going to die. They undercut the underpinnings of the military, which is good order and faith and trust in their leadership. And in my estimation, what they did was treasonous and seditionist, and I hope they are prosecuted to the full extent. Again, my name is Buzz Patterson. I served in combat. I've served for 20 years, and I am outraged by what has happened by the Democrats, and I fear for what's going to happen to our young soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines if they choose to violate what is a legal order, which will ruin their lives and ruin their careers. Thank God, guys. God bless. See ya.
I had to share that. As I said, I know this is a celebration day or whatever, but still. This guy used to hold the nuclear football for a Democrat president. Do I have to say anymore? I mean, granted, you got, reporters, you got news people, you got ex-military people going all over Fox and everywhere else saying these things. Of course, you got the liberal media with their bullshit. Mark Kelly trying to defend himself and trying to show his uniform, even though supposedly it was wrong, something was wrong, and you might get him an inspection for that, which is awesome. And of course, they're crying over that. But everything he just said, last week when, and I'm not even military. I wanted to be. I was never military. But when I saw that video, it bothered the fuck out of me. Excuse my French. This warning in the beginning of the video. It bothered the hell out of me. I was like, these people are traitors. I was looking shit up. Sedition, traitors. Which one is it? Which one is it? He said them both. Just wanted to share that little tidbit because it's real. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, back to the happy Thanksgiving. Sorry about that. I just had to say something about that because it pissed me off. Still does. Because, I'm not perfect. I've been through some shit in my life. When I was arrested a long time ago, almost 20, holy shit. 07, what's that? Almost 20 something years ago. I mean, I've been out 20-ish years since I've, and I've changed my life around. I've mentioned, if you've never watched my show, I got out, moved away, moved to another state. There's more to it, but, I became a professional fighter, got my ass kicked more than anything, but it was fun. I work with the police department, Worcester, Mass, and talking to kids about staying away from a lifestyle I had. And if I save one life, great. You know what I'm saying? I was a contract security where I did bouncing. I worked contract events, big, giant, 20, 30,000 people with 10, 15 other security guys, ex-military guys. So I changed my life around, you know what I'm saying? But when I moved to Florida 10 years ago, as I said, I had TDS. I had no idea. I came from a liberal state. So I was just, I've mentioned this before. People like me were just comfortable. We didn't care about politics because we didn't think it affected us. It was COVID, and this place that I work now, the owners, they were like, bro, you're smarter than that. Do your research. And I did. Now I'm passionate about it. My wife always asks me, why are you so passionate about Trump or conservatism or politics? I'm like, well, I used to think it didn't affect us. But paying almost $4 gas, that's affecting me. $9 eggs, that's affecting me. Illegal aliens, not undocumented citizens, taking jobs, house rent, not house rent, but homes, whatever. I mean, the rent in Florida used to be, when I first moved to Florida, rent was, I rented a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom house and it was like less than $1,000. That same house right now is over $2,000. Granted, it was, inflation and rotting bag of oatmeal that kind of ruined all that shit. And of course, after COVID, everybody started moving to Florida because this is a free state. So, even now, I'm lucky where I'm at now is a 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom, and it's big yard, and I pay less, $1,100. Trust me, the house will probably be $2,500 if it was a normal landlord. But these guys are pretty cool. I found them 5 years ago. Been here 5 years. But so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that I'm not getting killed. I'm thankful that I have you guys to listen to me 6 days a week. And for the few that were subscribed the last couple of days, I finally passed 100. I finally passed 100. I'm at 100, Michelle. 101 now. Holy shit. After this video, there'll probably be one less. Because it is what it is. But thankful that I'm healthy. Thankful that I'm living. I'm catching up on bills, kind of. And just living. Healthy, blood. Not out of shape. I'm okay. 54. Come on. It is what it is. I'm just saying. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the few videos that I shared. As I said, if you're going to come at me, you already know. I'm here Monday through Saturday, 6:30 a.m. Actually, Mondays I try to come a little later because I do not work all day, so I can come on a little later. And I've mentioned before, trust me, if I was monetized or if I was making money out of this, which I don't, I actually pay out of my pocket. And it's hard, but it's whatever, because I enjoy this. You're my therapists. I don't talk to nobody else. But if I can come out, because I get the same notifications everybody else does, Daily Wire, Ground News, and others, and I get them instantly. And most of the time, Most of these guys that come on here to share news or give their opinion or whatever, I could do the same thing, but I can't afford it. You know, sooner or later, if I'm ever monetized, I'll be doing the same shit, but with a twist. Because I try to see things others don't. How ridiculous certain things are. And I'm going to say it how it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. You know, I used to hold back on swearing, but I don't care. This is me. I'm sorry. If you don't like it, unsubscribe. I'm just saying. Anyway, since it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, I thought I'd end it with a song. As usual. And it's funny. You're probably thinking, what the fuck, Fernando? What are you playing? What are you having us watch here? Still. You guys remember that song, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer? Well, this is a Thanksgiving sort of similar song. Not really. It's by AI Melodies. And I'm going to say adieu. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. The 2 or 3 that are watching me. Michelle, happy Thanksgiving. Carol, I know you'll see me later. You watch me every day. I saw you last night at work, and you were like, you're going to be on tomorrow. The mask show, I had her dying laughing because it's hilarious. And she was like, it's funny. She was like, I just saw someone. I watched your mask show and I was dying. And I just saw someone riding a bike the other day with a mask on. Fucking idiots. Anyway, as I said, here to entertain you. Love you guys. Stay true to the red, white, and blue. Yeah, the American flag, not any other flag. And enjoy this video. It's one of those, what the fuck? What are you doing? What are you sharing? Entertainment. It is what it is. Laters. You already know. Yeah.
Grandma drop kicked a living turkey. Grandma saw a turkey in the backyard. It strutted and gobbled without a care. She said, you won't escape this Thanksgiving. Then she flew through the air like a dare. I'm saying no word. Grandma drop kicked a living turkey. Yelling at him or not. It flew across the yard. Across the yard. Feathers everywhere. The dog chased after. Laughed so hard. Grandma laughed so hard. Laughed so hard. The turkey flapped and caused a small commotion. Knocked over pumpkins. Hit the garden gnome. Grandpa yelled, it's armed and dangerous. But Grandma said, I fight crime at home. Grandma fight. Grandma drop kicked a living turkey. I never knew how to get it out. It ran into the fence. Into the fence. The neighbors peeked their jaws, hit the pavement. Bob Simon. We laughed until we couldn't make sense. Now every year we tell the wild tale of the turkey that survived Grandma's attack. It's a family legend, heroic and insane. And the turkey, it's still running. Don't look back. Singing old back, get down. Grandma drop kicked a living turkey. Oh, singing old back. Thanksgiving will never be the same. Woo!